Cobb's ARPA dollars quickly made it to the streets to help public safety, specifically Cobb's PATH team. PATH stands for Partnership for Assistance, Treatment, and Health. Officer King tells us the group's aim is to identify those who need hospitalization or treatment rather than a trip to jail.
The ARPA funds that have come into the county for co-response, one of the things that they've done is they supplied a couple of vehicles for us. These are unmarked Tahoes, and as everybody's aware of, vehicles are very expensive, and it's given us the opportunity to have two unmarked vehicles that we use daily to interact with members of the community who are not only in crisis, but that we are working with, doing follow-up visits. And it provides a lower key footprint so that our presence is not only less intrusive on a crisis call, but as we're interacting with these individuals in the community, we're not drawing as much attention.
How's the medication working out? Does it seem to be helping?
When we're going to their homes to talk with them and discuss their concerns.
Cobb's Fire Department has a similar unit called CARES that aims to assist residents who need help but don't necessarily need to be calling 911.
We're not bound to try to get back in service as quickly as our frontline 911 units to be available for emergency. So we have more time to spend with patients. We're able to get out in the community, coordinate with them, and see them on a more consistent basis, making sure that they're getting all the resources that they need in order to address the complications that they have as they either get older or they're struggling with an addiction or a homelessness issue.
The ARPA funding that we were able to procure has been instrumental in us being able to complete the missions on a daily basis. I know that they've helped pay for the staffing levels that we need for this ever-growing need, and they've also paid for the vehicles that we use to get out there and mingle with the public.
For Cobb Police, ARPA funding has also helped them with what has been the biggest challenge since the pandemic, finding qualified candidates.
The great possibilities that ARPA has given us is to have additional funding and put in efforts into advertising and then being out in front. So part of that is also the recruiting efforts. So getting recruiters out to events and the costs associated with that as well.
And their efforts, fueled by ARPA dollars, have made a significant impact.
So we started at around over 100 vacancies before we received the ARPA funding. And during this time, we've reduced that by almost half.
And it's the same story over at Cobb's 911 Center, where ARPA dollars have fueled recruiting and retention efforts, helping fund amenities at the center to cope with the stressful job, and providing recruiting tools to find the next generation of emergency dispatchers.
It helps us to get out there more. 911, we're the ones behind the scenes. Nobody really knows that it's a job. So having this extra funding helps us get in contact with the community more, get people to get more eyes on us.
Cobb's ARPA allocation is helping public safety in our county. The program's been around for several years now, and by law, the monies must be allocated by the end of this year and distributed by the end of 2026. To figure out where the $147 million ARPA allocation is going in our county, you can always visit cobbcounty.gov/ARPA.